Hello, this is Lew White, and we're going to do a little music lesson real quick. The key of D doesn't stand for the devil. It stands for the first letter of the Roman numeral system, D. And what's that? Well, we're going to learn about this in this video. Watch the video to the end, and you're going to be hopefully awakened. This is a D, and you can see how that looks. It's just a D. And then the A, if you just play the first, well, the smaller four strings, just a simple movable chord, and then G. And you know, G and A are right next to each other there. So you got D. There's a lot that goes on there. Good Lovin' by the Young Rascals. Anyway, there's another song that I've played in some video intros that is called Bad Moon Rising, and it has a D in another place. You just use your bar your chords there, bar your strings, and then you can play your A and your G, and then go to the D. And that Bad Moon Rising goes, you just sort of slide into it, and then you use your little finger on your third string. And that's most of the song. I just wanted to open that up with you so you can practice on that. And then there's another little thing you can do. That's the simplest way of doing it. And the rest of the song is the G. You use your little finger on the second string at the 5th fret. And that's basically the song. Now, what is this? I just like to show you the chords to these songs. Most of it's just rhythm guitar stuff. And that was the Cretan song, Bad Moon Rising. Now you've had your guitar lesson for the day, and it's real simple. Just keep looking at the video again and again until you see the forms. And you can play it the simplest possible way. There's some instructors on the internet that show you pretty difficult ways of playing the same stuff. But I go for the Occam's razor approach. The simplest is probably the best way of doing it, instead of the complicated. Well, today we have a scary title. 666, a monster's number. The word behemoth in Hebrew is the same for beast or a monster. The numeral system of Rome identifies it as the 4th monster. If you read Daniel and Revelation, you can see the way the beast system works. What is the beast? It's a control mechanism. It's called the world order. It's made up of 3 focuses of power. The clergy and the nobility, who crown the clergy crowns the kings. So you got control from the clergy. It's a top-down thing. And then the 3rd echelon, or estate, as they call it, the 3 estates: clergy, nobility, laity. Laity is just a common word for people. The common people, they just support the other 2. That's the world order. It's been that way since Nimrod. But the 4th monster is something that people see in Scripture as being something that is in place until Yahusha returns. So the 4th beast is this horrible, incredible beast that tears and controls. And the Inquisition was certainly reflecting that behavior, but it's still in place. The magisterium, the Roman magisterium, the teaching authority. You step out of line, the man comes and takes you away. Now, when Yehukanan, the one they call John, who wrote Revelation, when he wrote Revelation, the Roman numerals consisted of D, C, L, X, V, I, totaling 666. Now the first one, D, is a value of 500, and the C is 100, and the L is 50, and the X is 10, and the V, which is really the Latin U, is 5, plus the I, which is 1. That's the value. And it simply reveals the identity of this authoritarian monster that will remain until Yahusha takes his beast out for good. He's going to eliminate the beast. And the false prophet. They're the first to be thrown into the lake of fire at his coming, when we're resurrected from our graves, or while we still stand on our feet. If you're obedient to his covenant and you call on his name, the dragon is against us. But the dragon is all for the Roman beast. In fact, rules the world through the three estates: the clergy, the nobility, and the laity. The ones that obey his commandments are welcome into the city. Read Revelation 22. The transformation of paganism allowed sin to become normalized. You start obeying commandments and instructions of Yahuwah and living righteously according to Deuteronomy 5 and Exodus chapter 20 and the Proverbs and all the things that make sense, and living as Yahusha lived. You're some kind of a legalist or a heretic. It's madness. It's become normalized to become a sinner and just say, well, he forgave me and I'm covered because I believe in him. Not true. The unintentional sins may be forgiven by his blood, but the intentional sins, when you know what is good and what is righteous and you don't do it, that is sin to you. There's no coming back from it. Now, the demonic realm camouflages its activity to make everything seem to be something other than what it actually is. Sun worship is hidden in plain sight, yet it's not perceived. You see pictures, even everywhere, with crosses, which are symbols of the sun, and sometimes a sunrise behind it, or sunset, or whatever. But the sun is hidden in the picture. Well, it's not hidden, it's actually the main feature. Constantine was a sun worshiper. So the cross was introduced as a symbol for Christianity during Constantine's reign. But it seems to not be perceived because people are associating new ideas and overlaying these things and camouflaging the real meaning. Imitating the example of Yahusha, we find no blending or imitating of pagan traditions from the Hindus, which you'll find have it all. Only pure obedience to the instructions of Yahuwah. That's all you see in the scriptures. But halos, cruxes, steeples, holy water, statues, bowing, namaste mudras, hand signs like this, folded hands, bead praying, domes, wreaths, and bells are only a few of the lies and futility our fathers have inherited. They're all in Hinduism. You know, the halos, what do you think that is? That's the sun. All the statues in Hindu land from the east have, even Buddha has the halo over him. and all these blue-skinned people, the sky deities of the Eastern religions. The blue skin represents the ascended beings, and it's all, sun worship. We've just inherited nothing but lies and futility. If we pour hot coals into our lap, we will suffer for it. Hot coals being an example of doing pagan things and thinking that the real Creator loves it. Praying to dead people may not yet be obvious, but after taking the first steps towards obedience to the commandments of Yahuwah, just reading the commandments will open your eyes to it. You don't pray to dead people. That's necromancy. And if we ask Yahusha's help to do what is pleasing to Him and help us live as He wants us to live, as He lived, His example, He will expose the teachings of men for what they are, their traditions that were disguised paganism. And He'll expose them for what they are, the delusions to control the clergy, the nobility, and the laity, which is the world order. The evil originates from those who teach the delusions. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next exciting video.